Yes, hi guys. Good afternoon to you. Good afternoon. Good afternoon to you from wherever you're watching me live all over the world. Yes, I'm yours and truly, Frank Bello. I am back once again today. There was a little bit of a technical hitch setting up this. I think this is because I'm just using one of the latest of one of the latest version of my OBS, the new release, and that's why this technical hiccup is coming up left, right, and center. Yes, today's date is Saturday, the 16th, the 26th day of the 6th month of June 2021. And the time in London is exactly 16:11. You're welcome to the show. I'm yours and truly, Frank Bello. We're going straight into episode 78 of The Bleeding Edge. Permit me and then give me just one more minute to actually post this round to the other areas that I need to get this to, and then we are going to fire on. Now, guys, you remember the other time, the last time, when I showed you guys this particular stuff, Black Lives Matter, that you know very well when George Floyd was killed in the United States and many of the black nations around the world cried wolves to say Black Lives Matter. And I said to them, if Black Lives Matter, does black life, as a matter of fact, black lives, does that matter in your own country, in black African countries? Nigeria, Uganda, Sierra Leone, Liberia, the Gambia, Zimbabwe, South Africa. Does black lives matter? For me, it does not matter. It doesn't matter. Black life does not matter, because if black lives matter, African leaders will not subject the black people to such horrific ordeal like this. And that was why I started The Bleeding Edge. Black lives does not matter. Now, in today's show, I am going to be looking into the fraud, the lies, and the deception that is currently brewing up within the Yoruba agitation. Many of you will remember very well that in one of my previous shows, I said there's too much lies, there's too much fraud, and there's too many deception inside this agitation. Some people said, oh, Frank Bello, they said somebody somewhere, or some people, some groups of those who call themselves agitators said, I am the problem. I'm not the problem of the Yoruba agitation. You are the root cause of your own problem, because many of you, you've been lying to the ordinary Yoruba people. And that lies, fraud, spill right up to your leadership, with the exception of few that are genuinely sincere in their thoughts that they want to liberate the Yoruba people. The rest, useless. And I'm going to prove something to you today. The reasons why I came was because I said to people, let us scatter everything and let us begin to rebuild things from the beginning. One letter got into my possession today. That letter that got into my possession today, I've got no choice. No choice but to come live. And then bring this out into the open. Because we need to sort things out. If we don't sort things out as they appear, many of you will still think it is well with us. My people, it is not well. It is not well. It is not well. And I'm telling you it is not well because this letter, let me show you. I'm going to share my brow. I'm going to show you this letter now. I got this letter today. I'm going to go through it with you. The fraud, the lies, and the deception inside the Yoruba agitation. You can see the date, the 26th of June 2021. Who is the author, the originator of this letter? Who is the author? Let's check. If you look at the top of the letter that bears today's date, it says, my epistle to a fellow compatriot, Mr. Tajuddin Rahim, for the purpose of a smooth sail to our freedom. Guys, I want you to underscore that word. That word, not this one, that word, epistle. Let me go into it for you. That word, let me get my, because I need to begin to highlight, some stuff, edit. Yeah, see that word, epistle, underscore, that word, epistle. What is epistle? Epistle is a letter firing off angry epistles. It is normally written by activists, just like we've got Paul and many of those disciples of Jesus Christ. Epistle. It's a letter. And epistle can be series of letters, and this is the first in a series. Others will follow. Now, you see an epistle. Underscore that. Who is the author of this epistle? Let's check the name. I know. Dr. Victor Taiwo is the author of the epistle. And here, it was addressed to Mr. Tajuddin Rahim. Whether he's going to come out into the open now and defend himself, we shall see. But it is today's date. You can see the 26th day of June 2021. This letter, perhaps, it's gone viral. Now, he said, my dear brother and fellow compatriot, Mr. Tajuddin Rahim, I am writing this seeming seeming epistle to you in a very good faith as one of the most committed compatriots I have ever come across in the struggle for Yoruba freedom, which I profusely commend you. Okay, let's see. I have chosen to write this lengthy message to you, and it is very lengthy. And one thing I discovered, and to which Banji Akitoye even testified, is that Victor Taiwo is used to writing lengthy letters to Yoruba leaders. He's been known for that. I've chosen to write this lengthy message to you for the following reasons. That I discovered that since the last time we spoke together and I asked you to give me the list of all the stakeholders in your project for the purpose of making a final piece, you have refused to revert to me since then. One thing I want to clarify here is Victor Taiwo, the leader of Tajuddin Rahim's organization in the UK, that Victor Taiwo is now demanding for a list of the stakeholders in his project. I will expose that. And some people perhaps will join me later on to iron out this. That therefore, whatever I want to discuss with you, I want it on documentary record for reference purpose. And it is now being documented electronically. I can assure you, Victor Taiwo. Now, it went on. Here, going down memory lane. 2, he said, I came to know about you sometime in the month of October. He came to know about Tajuddin Rahim sometime in the month of October 2019 after the establishment of Yoruba World Congress in the homeland, which emanated from the meeting of 22nd August 2019, where Professor Banji Akitoye was elected as the Yoruba leader. We are going to clarify that. Now, here, he said it was Mr. Oluwatoyin Ogedengbe who I am going to get in touch with, and I'm going to bring him onto the show to come and explain to us the relationship between himself, Victor Taiwo, and Tajuddin Rahim, because we need to get to the root of all this evil that has bedeviled Yoruba nation. It was Mr. Oluwatoyin Ogedengbe, the leader of the Oduduwa Action Group, of which you were a member, that informed me about your interest to come over to the homeland to register your interest in the propagation of the organization in the UK. And to this effect, I paved the way for you to see the leader, Professor Akitoye, via a letter you wrote to me, dated 11th October 2021. In a lighter mood, I even remember that you requested for my bank account so you could forward some money there in appreciation, but which I declined. I need to get to the root of this. And he further said, since the permission was granted to you, you have returned to the UK to print your name in gold as a great patriot and mobilizer. How you committed your energy, your time, and your personal resources to create the phenomenon, the YWC Yoruba World Congress, became in the diaspora as well monitored by me and well appreciated. Okay, now, because Oluwatoyin Ogedengbe is mentioned, there are two people I am going to speak to. Now, he said, I was quite aware of the formidable forces that stood against you in the homeland, namely Oyeronke, George Akinola, including the leader himself. You can see that? Including the leader himself, Professor Akitoye, beginning, you can see that, beginning with the logo issue which you developed in the UK. We're going to get to the root of all this. And the lies, the deception, is what I am not going to condone. You see, it's a lengthy article. I think at some point in time, the same Victor Taiwo mentioned another sister of ours, to which I am equally going to bring into the show as well. Now, we're going into the root of this, and yeah, I think I can see Mr. Ogedengbe is just coming into the studio. Okay. Yes, Mr. Ogedengbe is just coming into the studio. So what I'll do, please, I want you guys to please welcome Mr. Olua, because his name was mentioned. I'm going to bring him in straight into the studio. Yes. Hello, Mr. Ogedengbe.
Yeah, hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon to you.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you for honoring my invitation. Have you seen this letter written by Victor Taiwo at all?
Yes, I just saw it a few minutes ago, and I wonder why a personal letter is flying around.
Why is that letter flying around?
That I don't know.
Your name was deliberately mentioned.
Yes, I read it.
Yeah, that. Now, was Victor Taiwo right in saying he facilitated the meeting between you and Professor Banji Akintoye? How does that come in? You don't have to lie to the Yoruba people. I want to get to the root of this, Mr. Ogedengbe, because your name has been mentioned, and I'm starting from you. And this is the purpose of this investigation, because these perhaps could spill to other areas. What do you know about all this mess, Mr. Ogedengbe?
Thank you very much. When I read my name being mentioned in that letter, I decided that I will say all that I know about the issue. So, first and foremost, it was written in the letter that Mr. Tajuddin sent a letter to Victor Taiwo through me. That is not true. The only letter I sent to Victor Taiwo, I did not even send it. I took it to him personally in his office. And the letter was written and signed by me.
How long ago was this?
It was shortly after Professor Banji Akintoye was elected the Yoruba leader by the Self-Determination Group in Ibadan.
Okay, carry on.
So, the Oduduwa Action Group, of which I am the president, home and abroad, decided to pay Professor Banji Akintoye a courtesy visit. So I wrote a letter on behalf of Oduduwa Action Group and took it to Comrade Victor Taiwo to help facilitate a date which Professor Banji Akintoye will be available, so that I make necessary arrangements for the visit. So I wonder why it's now becoming Tajuddin issue. It is not. I wrote and signed the letter. So if there is any other letter being sent to Victor Taiwo, I don't understand. I don't know about it.
Okay.
So
yeah, go on.
That's it about the letter. But there are other issues I would like to clarify. But maybe in the course of questioning, I will be able to do that.
Okay. Now, you said you were the president to which Engineer Tajuddin Rahim was a member, and you were the president all over the whole world. Now,
that's true.
Now, what's your relationship as at that time with Victor Taiwo?
Well, I saw Victor Taiwo as a leader and a facilitator of the Ibadan meeting that elected Professor Banji Akintoye. So I knew him personally that day, and I spoke with him. And right in the meeting, I was opportuned to speak. So the relationship between me and Victor Taiwo started that day, right there in Ibadan. So that's it. And Tajuddin is also a member of my group, Ojuju Action Group. I knew Tajuddin Rahim before I knew Victor Taiwo.
Okay.
So
now, yeah, go on. I'll give you the chance.
So when I took the letter to Victor Taiwo in his office, I delivered the letter to him that OAG would like to pay courtesy visit to Professor Banji Akintoye, our leader. And I requested that he should make haste in getting earlier dates for us. He now asked why, and also told me that he has nothing to do in Lagos as at then, that will warrant him going quickly to Lagos to find out when a date will be available for us. And I told him that a member of our group who is from the diaspora is right there in Nigeria, which I personally will like him to be part of the team that will visit Professor Banji Akintoye. He now asked me, where is the member from? I told him UK. So thereafter, he promised that he will get quickly to Professor Banji Akintoye. So he further questioned me about the personality of the diaspora members of our group. And I started mentioning names. I think I mentioned about 6 names to him. Then it was that time I could sense something in him. I mean, interest in the names I mentioned. So he decided that he will go quickly to Professor Banji Akintoye to get us a date. So he now told me what he has kept for long. He described it as a formula, a magical formula, which he has gotten to actualize Oduduwa Republic. I was very interested in knowing about how the formula and the magic will work. So we sat down and discussed. He told me that in 2 months, he will realize Oduduwa Republic, I mean.
Was this in 2019?
Yes, right there when I took the letter to him to get us a date.
And can you stand in front of Victor Taiwo to confirm to the world exactly what you are saying?
I can not only standing before him, I am ready to swear, and I would like, if whatever I say is considered a lie before Victor Taiwo, I can invite him to a shrine a powerful shrine of Ududua God, whereby we can swear. So there is nothing I can hide about it. You asked me a question, and I'm
Yes.
answering you.
Yes. Now, carry on because you stopped where Victor Taiwo told you he can actualize Yoruba nation in 2 months in 2019, and up till now, that actualization cannot even come to light. Yeah, you carry on. What's the formula here that he gave you?
He didn't give me any formula. He brought out a voluminous booklet where this formula is prepared and stored. So I now ask him about the formula to really just, summarize and let me know. And he opened up to me that he has promised himself, and he has even sworn that he will not release to anybody unless they are ready to support him financially. And he requested that I should talk to the diaspora member of OAG who can finance him. I now told him if that is what he wants, I can do it. How much is the money? He said if he has 10 million.
He was asking you for money.
He was not asking me directly. He knew I don't have such money, but he was really targeting the diaspora members of OAG through me. So that's it. He told me if I talk to them and they are able to support him with 10 million, he will realize Odua Republic within 2 months without firing.
Hold on, Mr. Ogedengbe. Are you watching the stream from another device?
No, I'm using my phone.
Okay, not that because it is echoing and I can hear my echo.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe if you're watching it, okay, let's see. Let's see now. Yeah, it is
So
still.
So he told me he would need 10 million.
Yeah, it's still echoing.
So what can we do about that?
Yeah, I think it is still echoing, and yeah, you carry on. Maybe we'll just manage it. Yeah, 10 million. We're listening.
Yes. He needed 10 million. And I asked him if he permits me to speak with the diaspora, I will do that. He gave me go ahead, and I spoke with about 3 of them, not TJ alone. I spoke with 3 of them. So when I spoke with TJ asked me what the formula was about, if he could be obliged to see the book where the formula is prepared. Then he will now decide whether to work on it and give him the money. When I got to Victor Taiwo, I told him the formula. Bring the formula. Let me show those who will help you. He declined. He said he will not release it until he has the 10 million.
You know what Mr. Ogedengbe, you know what we are going to do, because the viewers around the world, they're not enjoying the echoing because of the gravity of what you're saying. I will indulge you to log out, switch off your phone, and then switch it back on, and then come back to the studio.
Okay, let me do that.
Yeah, please do that. Yeah. Mr. Ogedengbe is going to log off his phone, and let me just quickly get this out because this is very yeah. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that, and I'm going to do that, and they are going to come back in. But whilst we are waiting for them, okay, now let me take you through the fraud, the lies, and the deception once again. And let's quickly go through the letter. Yes, Latif Oladipo Usman. Yes, that's why I suggested they should reboot their system and then come back in. Now, let me quickly take you through this letter whilst they try to reboot their system and then come back in. Now, I stopped here. See here. I was quite aware of the formidable forces that stood against you. He was referring to Tajuddin from the homeland in Odua land, and those that went and then destroyed Tajuddin Rahim, that continued to invest his own personal fortune into the battle. He named them. Yeah, I think I can see someone coming in. Let me accept that person in. Yes, no picture. No picture yet. Maybe we're going to get that picture. But what I want to say is here. He said, I also remember the efforts he spearheaded to bring back the YWC when there was a crisis in the organization, and he went his own way. Now somebody else is coming. Let me quickly just check that out, guys. Yes, Mr. Gedengbe is back. Now let me bring him in. Yes, he's back with us. And yes, Mr. Gedengbe, welcome back.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, now I think we can hear you loud and clear now. Yes, carry on from where you stopped.
Yes, I told you why discussing about getting earlier dates to visit Professor Banji Akintoye.
Yes.
That Comrade Victor Taiwo asked me why the urgency, and I told him there are diaspora members that are currently in Nigeria, diaspora members of our group, which I would like to be part of the team that will visit Professor Banji Akintoye.
Yeah.
I told you that who these diaspora members are.
Yeah.
I gave him about 6 names, and I also told him we have Odua Action Group UK, we have Odua Action Group Nigeria, and we also have members all over places in the world, Italy, South Africa, wherever. Then he sat down properly and told me what he has been keeping. And what is it that has been keeping? The formula and the magic to actualize Odua Republic within 2 months. According to him,
in 2019.
Without firing, yes, 2019. Without firing a shot. So I sat down because it sounded interesting to me. Then I asked many questions about this. The only thing he did was to bring out a booklet, a voluminous booklet, where the formula is prepared. I opened it. I saw so many blueprints, structures of Odua Republic to come, how many governors that will be there, the roads, the agencies, the military, and all the, whatever the country will need. So I now told him, okay, if you want me to pursue this for you, personally, I don't have money. It is this diaspora member that can do this thing. He said, yes, he knew that if you give me permission or go ahead, I will speak with them. And if it finds favor with them, they will sponsor it. How much is 10 million to them? Then he gave me the go ahead. What is the go ahead that he gave me? That he needed 10 million naira. Only 10 million naira. I was surprised.
The same Victor Taiwo.
Yes, I'm talking about Victor Taiwo.
Only needed 10 million naira. Only needed 10 million naira in 2019 to realize Oduduwa Nation. Carry on.
Yes. I'm trying to tell you how he got to know Tajuddin Rahim personally.
Yes. Carry on.
Because he never knew him.
Yeah, it's getting interesting. Carry on.
So I'm surprised that he said he wrote in his letter that Tajuddin Rahim sent a letter to him through me. What a ridiculous something.
So it was you that actually wrote that letter to Victor Taiwo?
I wrote the letter to Professor Banji Akintoye.
So in other words,
Victor Taiwo.
So in other words,
and I signed the letter.
And that means Victor Taiwo is now lying to the world that Tajuddin Rahim wrote that letter, whereas you wrote the letter that you wanted to pay homage to Professor Banji Akintoye for his election as the Yoruba leader.
Yes. And that is the decision of the leadership of Odua Action Group.
Collectively,
thank you.
Okay, now that Victor Taiwo since 2019 now says, oh, I can get Yoruba Nation out in 2 months' time. The same Victor Taiwo was particularly after Tajuddin Rahim that in the same letter that he managed, let me go through it so that when I'm not talking at the top of my head, let me show the letter once again to our viewers. That is the letter. And the same Victor Taiwo did say, and I quote, I think it was right at the top here somewhere, that, let me see, no, it is at the bottom. I'll try and take you through this, guys. Just wait a minute. Okay, wait a minute. Okay, he said, I also remember that the first misunderstanding between you and I, between Tajuddin and himself, was because I would not bend to your wish. Victor Taiwo said he won't bend to the wish of Tajuddin Rahim to want to keep Yoruba World Congress alive any longer when I knew the source of the river had dried up, when Banji Akintoye said there was nothing called Yoruba World Congress anymore, but Tajuddin Rahim and his team said no, they are separate entity from Nigeria and that they are fully registered here. I'm sorry, Mr. Ogedengbe. And he went on and then said, well, he now claimed here the YNN crisis.
Before you continue,
yes,
or you go further in the letter,
yes,
please, I want you to allow me to land. You see, he never knew Tajuddin.
Okay.
He started knowing Tajuddin when the issue, or let me call it proposal, of 10 million, which he needed
As at that time.
to get, as at that time, which he needed to get Yoruba Oduduwa Republic. So I discussed with Tajuddin that there is somebody who will get Oduduwa Republic in 2 months. All he needed is 10 million. He asked how. I told him I never know. And I told Tajuddin that the only thing I saw is a book, a voluminous book, where the formula is prepared. So he said I should bring the book. I will read.
Oh,
If he read,
Tajuddin
and he
said,
finds,
hang on, Mr. Gedegbe, let's get this straight.
Okay.
Tajuddin Rahim said you should bring the book. Victor Taiwo claimed he can get Yoruba Nation in 2 months' time.
Yes.
And did Victor Taiwo give the book to you?
He never gave it to me.
And
He said until he received 10 million from them, that he will give the 10 million, he will give the book, and you start working on it.
And what was Tajuddin Rahim's response to that when you told him?
I told him the book is with Victor Taiwo, and he has refused to bring the book, to bring out the book. He just laughed. And he said, okay. He has listened to me now, he will get back to me. And he never got back to me on it. And I did not say anything to Victor Taiwo. Later, Victor Taiwo discussed further with me, promising, I would like to say this, so that the old people will know who Victor Taiwo is. I started suspecting him when he started discussing with me. If I make the 10 million available, he will give me governorship position.
Oh,
3 governorship position.
Wait, Mr. Gedengbe. Wait.
I'm listening to you.
No. Hang on. So Victor Taiwo was trying to coerce you into submission to try and get him 10 million naira, to which he said he'll get Yoruba Nation out in 2 months, and that if you provide the 10 million naira, he promised you what? 3 governorship position? Please carry on. And you can say this in front of him. Are you sure?
Let Victor Taiwo come out before you. We are Yoruba people now. There is a way our fathers, listen to me.
Yes.
There is a way our fathers do things. Let's go before Yoruba gods and swear. You know, it is a compensation anyway.
Oh,
to anyone.
If you bring 10 million naira to Victor Taiwo then intend to compensate you with 3 governorship positions. Carry on. I want to know more positions you wanted to compensate you with, if there are any. Oh, this is really getting interesting and laughable. Listening. Yeah, carry on, please.
Hello.
Yes. Oh, it seems Mr. Ogedengbe's phone is frozen, and I can see the network is really bad. Maybe he may have to go out. Oh, this is really getting interesting, guys. See that? It's getting interesting. You see? It's really getting interesting. He might have to, yes, he will have to come back in. There's another guest that I am still expecting as well. The 2 guests will have to come back in. Yes, yes, okay. Okay, I can't. Oh, here we are. Hallelujah. Yes. I will be coming straight through to that. I want to clear the air with Mr. Oluwatoyin Ogedengbe about this allegation that he's just levied against Victor Taiwo with 10 million naira to help facilitate the book he wants to print that will liberate Yoruba nation in 2019, and that the moment, so hang on, is Frank Bello sick in the head as a publisher, an editor-in-chief of a magazine, and as someone who's written so much? Now, my God, Victor Taiwo is soliciting the likes of Tajuddin Rahim and those that were in that group to which Ogedengbe was the president worldwide. And the same antics that Victor Taiwo had already displayed in today's letter written to the same Tajuddin Rahim. He's been playing this since 2019. Okay. The moment Victor Taiwo knew that these are the likes of those people in Ogedengbe's group in their agitation, Victor Taiwo's ears was wide open. Okay, we've got Mr. Ogedengbe back. He's coming in and I will let him into the studio. Okay, Mr. Ogedengbe, you're welcome back. Now, I've got my two guests in. Mr. Ogedengbe, yeah, please carry on. I know the reception is very bad where you are. Yes, please carry on. It's getting interesting. You were coerced into bringing 10 million naira. That 10 million naira to which Victor Taiwo promised you 3 governorship positions and so on. Which other political position did Victor Taiwo promise you? No, we're not hearing you now. The voice, we're now having problem with the voice. We're having problems. Yeah, can you hear?
Hello.
Yes, now we can hear you. Now carry on. In case if your phone is frozen again, just log out and come back in, Mr. Ogedengbe. Yes, did you hear what I say? The question I asked you. Yes, please carry on.
Is a competition to anyone who offer him 10 million. That is what he told me. Oh. So he was telling me, if I bring the 10 million from the people I have, I will have 3 governorship positions in the yet to be actualized Odua Republic. And I will also be what he described as provincial whatever. 6 provincial whatever. I don't understand. I couldn't remember what the name gave it. He gave it a name, 3 governorship positions and 6 other positions. So that's what he told me.
Now, so that's exactly what I wanted to say. So that was a compensation for you facilitating the 10 million naira. Was that 10 million naira to print his books of how he wants to liberate the Yoruba nation, or what was his motives and his intention for sitting 10 million naira?
Mr. Frank, I've told you it's to actualize Odua Republic. It's not to print books. It's not to print any book.
Okay, now.
So I spoke with Tajudin, and he told me we need the books. Where the formula is prepared, I told him later that Taiwo is not ready to miss it until after he has received the 10 million. And Tajudin is not the only person I discussed it with. I also discussed it with a comrade who is in Italy. He was the Secretary General of Ojo Action Group. And his name is Bode Ogunjobi. Bode Ogunjobi is connected to several members of what the diaspora member of OEG. So I knew that 10 million will not be difficult for him to really fetch out from his people. So, do you want to hear what he told me?
Yes, carry on, please. This is interesting. The Yoruba people want to know all the fraud, the lies, and the deception, and that's why I want to expose everything, because Victor Taiwo opened his nyash, his furor to the world today with this letter of today. Please carry on.
Everybody is still alive. Thank God, Bode Ogunjobi is still alive. I'm alive. Others. You know, but what Bode Ogunjobi told me?
Yeah, go on.
He said, Victor Taiwo Ogunloma for trying to scam people in the agitation. I was just laughing because I know Bode Ogunjobi as a tough guy. His own is level. Said, I say Ogunloma Victor Taiwo. He say, my leader, go and tell Andre Taiwo or whatever you tell him that Ogunloma. I just laugh over it. But Ogunjobi is still alive.
Okay.
I'm quoting him.
Okay, now I want to take your mind, I want to juggle your mind back to today's letter, Mr. Gedengbe. You said in your letter that Victor Taiwo was interested in your members in the diaspora the moment you leaked the big shots, professional members that are working with you in Odua Action Movement. Now, Action Group. Why was Victor Taiwo particularly interested in your members? Because right now, according to the tone of the letter, he's written to Tajudin Rahim, there seemed to be a similarity of what transpired in 2019 between yourself and Victor Taiwo, and today's letter of 26th May of June 2021 telling Tajudin Rahim to tell him those that are his team. Why is he really interested in members of someone else's team? Why can't Victor Taiwo build up his own team? What's the problem? Can you please tell us? You are very close to him.
Well, personally, I mean from my own judgment, Comrade Victor Taiwo is after money. The moment I did not pay the 10 million, he never called me again. So it's after those 2 weeks giving money. So when he started talking to me, asking me how far about the 10 million and my discussion with my member, I linked him up with Tajudin Rahim so that they will sort out. Hello?
Sorry. Yes.
So that they will leave me alone. That was what I thought. Leave me alone and begin to talk to them on the 10 million. So when whatever that, I don't know.
Okay, I've got another member of Yoruba Nation Now movement whose name was mentioned in the same letter. Yeah, I was in touch with her. She was struggling with coming in. Sister Lola, you are welcome to the stream. Can you hear us? Hello?
Can you hear me?
Yes, loud and clear. Now,
Okay, I can hear
yes, let me start. Thank you. Just listen to us, and if anything happens to your phone, just log out and then come back in. Now,
you. Okay.
Sister Lola, please introduce yourself.
My name is Sister Lola, and I'm one of the management team of YNN YWC.
Okay. Now, your name was mentioned, and there is already a big problem between one faction of YNN and another faction that's just split from Bukit Taiwo. The whole expose came out when Ade Thomas interviewed, did an investigation, to which a lot of revelation then came into being. Now, why was your name mentioned specifically? What led to your own name coming up in that same letter, that provocative letter of today? What role did you play? Why should your name come up in that letter? Sister Lola?
Thank you, sir. I read the letter that Comrade Victor Taiwo wrote to the president of YWC YNN, Mr. Tajuddin Rahim, where my name was mentioned. And my name was mentioned as I rebuked, or I said, please, I don't want to misquote him. Can you just bring out where my name is so that everyone will see?
Yes, indeed.
Please.
Let me see that. Let me go back into that document.
Please.
Okay.
Because everyone has to see where my name was mentioned and why I was mentioned.
Okay, I think this is where, yes, I think we are getting there. Let me see. He did set here that from, let me take it so that people can see, that from the reports I have heard from various quarters, I am aware you are in crisis with too many people in the Yoruba project, namely Mr. Aliu, Sister Buki, Are Gani Adams. I don't think so. Chief Sunday Igboho, Dr. Kebion Kosi, Mr. Koiki, Mrs. Dara, Baba Ekiti, Olori Oko, Mrs. Arike Ojo, Mr. Emola, Baba Kintoye, and too many people to mention. I remember that I too was once in your stinging mesh. A good leader doesn't quarrel with too many people. I think with the revelation from Mr. Ogedengbe, we can now decipher who the stinger is. Okay, let's carry on again. Let me see.
I just want to know where my name was mentioned.
Yeah, I'm trying to see that, because this was really a very long, lengthy
Yes,
letter.
it was. But I don't just want to come in without people knowing that my name was mentioned.
Even if your name was not mentioned, you are one of the senior management team at Yoruba Nation Now movement, because there are other clarifications.
Definitely, yes.
There are other clarifications to which I will want you to clarify for the world.
Which I will do.
Yeah, let me see that. Okay. Let me see that. I think he started with YNN at the top end here. Okay. Yeah. There is another YNN there. Okay. Let me see. According to you, you were the author of YNN, which the other party, let me take this so that the viewers can see. According to you, you were the author of YNN, that's Yoruba Nation Now, which the other party also lays claim to, with each of you bringing documentary evidences. For all I saw and heard from the three parties, both you and Aliu Buki sides have supporting evidence on ground, but if one were to get to the root of the matter as the true originator of the creation of YNN, then one would have to revert to the court with lawyers on either side making good money from you people. Now, that's a leader.
Okay, I'm going to talk on that too. But let everyone just say that my name was mentioned, because I'm
Yeah,
I really don't know.
this is your name. I found your name.
Thank you.
This is your name. When the revelation meeting of Monday, 7th June 2021 came up under my mediating chairmanship, which I doubt, which he was the mediating chairmanship, I remember, because I have the clip and I will play it for the world to see. I remember that two women, namely Auntie Lola, that's your name, and Mrs. Smith, frontally attacked me as having disappointed them in my conduct of the matter. The bruise against me was that I should have unleashed debilitating strokes of the cane on Mr. Aliu and Sister Buki. And I remember I said I had no remorse for my judgment, in that I made it emphatic that given another situation, I will do the same. I have the clip. Now,
Okay.
over to you now.
Yeah. The reason why he put my name there was that I asked him why he did not do the right thing with Mr. Ali and Sister Buki. In the first instance, like I said earlier, I read all those lengthy letters that he sent, epistle he called it, in quotes, to Mr. Tajuddin Ibrahim, the president of Yoruba Nation Now movement. YNN is just a slogan of Yoruba Nation Now movement, because Yoruba Nation Now is a movement that I will say we, because I'm a Yoruba, that we put down, for indigenous, to work together. And it asks nothing, absolutely nothing, than to make all Yorubas to be together. All those we could see that's why it's YWC YNN. And I'm so happy that Victor Taiwo mentioned something that Mr. Tajuddin Rahim solely begged him, pleaded to him to remain with YWC. Because Yoruba World Congress, that is just the only name that brought all Yoruba out in October 1st. Whatever anyone could have been doing underneath, I could remember vividly that worldwide it is under this name that everybody came out. So why would this name just be relinquished like that and be thrown away?
Okay, let me help you there. You see, let me help you for the sake of our audience. Banji Akitoye, after he dissolved Yoruba World Congress, members of the Yoruba World Congress insist they won't relinquish the name that you guys want to carry on, and you carried on.
Yes.
Banji Akitoye went on and then formed Ilana Modua.
This is where I'm coming to.
Okay.
So
yes.
if the flag bearer in quote that we said we are looking onto came openly on social media that YWC was, I would say there, not our home YWC, because we still exist. That YWC is gone. I was like, what's going on here? This is the name that you took to UNPO. Why would you say the name is gone just like that? Is it the way it works? So for us not to be a laughing stock, we believe that what goes up will come down at a point that it's better not to make ourselves a laughing stock. Let's just maintain this name. It is the plan and the strategy of bringing everyone together that bring up the idea of YNN movement. We believe YNN will carry everybody who has gone to Ilana, who has gone to YWC, who has gone to YWA, who has gone to whatever the names they've given themselves. YNN will be able to bring everyone together as a movement, like Exodus. Okay. And Mr. Tajuddin Rahim tried all his best to keep management members, but he decided not to keep so many. We are advised that we don't need so many, so that we will be able. And who are we that I'm referring to here? I'm going to somewhere. If you could please listen to me, because this was the reason why my name was mentioned.
Okay.
We decided not to be too much in this management team, because I personally believe that anything that is you have too many people in, you won't have to control over. That is what is happening in Nigeria. Nigeria. That's why. So we want to have a good background, a good foundation here. And Yoruba man sọ wípé ẹni tó bá fẹ́ daṣọ fún yàn tọrùn ẹ̀ lèèyàn kọ́kọ́ máa ń wò. So we want to be good example here. So that's why we say we don't want too many people with this management, and we want like-minded people. And those that were there were, I'm using were because some of them left. It's now 3 against 4. We were 7 in this management team. Mr. Tajuddin Rahim was there as the president, as the chairman then anyway. It was when all these, he's calling himself chairman instead, we decided that, okay, are you annoyed with chairman? Then he's now a president. You can knock your head on the wall. So, Mr. Rahim as the president, Mr. Adekunle Oluwalanu as the vice, and every other ones, the 5 others, we decided to be members of the team. And there we have Sister Ade, JP Ade, myself, Sister Buki, and Mr. Lee.
Right.
So many things we discussed in that team. I'm going to why I said why my name got to this letter, please. So many things we discussed in the team, the 6 of us. We will not sleep. We will have meeting overnight, strategizing how things will be going on as a team. But along the line, we realized that Sister Buki was leaking everything, whatsoever we discussed, we will air it outside. It got to a point we have to call her into the meeting, and all of us could see. In fact, she apologized at a point that she was doing it, and we said she has to stop.
Right.
And I'm coming.
Yes,
so
go on.
When all this issue of every Sister Buki, we could not even see her face. Out of the 6 of us, we knew everyone. Even Mr. Ali showed his face at a point. I never saw Sister Buki's face, and yet we are part of about here. We need to see your face. We are team. What if I was concerned, Sister D was concerned, that what if we are somewhere together and they say, who is Sister Buki? Even we, your team, will not be able to pinpoint to you. This is not fair on others.
So in other words, you've never seen Buki
Not
Taiwo's
so.
face. So
Not
if you meet Buki Taiwo on the street, you won't know who she is.
To be honest with you, if they put two women together and they ask me to pick on, forget about in a crowd. If they put two women together and ask me to, except she talks, maybe I will recognize her with her voice. But without her talking, I don't know who she is.
So you are in an agitation with somebody, and the person is not showing her face, his or her face, and
It
that
was
person
so
is walking.
ridiculous.
Now let me show you this. Let me show you this graphics. Look at this.
Oh, can you imagine this?
Now,
when I saw this, I was like,
yes.
Can you imagine the whole Yoruba nation being crossed off by somebody?
And then they said
representing the whole Yoruba.
Okay.
They start representing the Yoruba entirely. This is ridiculous. All we did was trying to make the logo better, because she said the logo belongs to us. I mean, to her. It's not to the Yorubas.
Okay, hold on. I am not too sure at this stage. Those of you who are complaining that the studio, the echo is from the studio, I think I managed to fix that and have stopped my voice coming from
Neither is anything on with me here.
Okay, yeah, you are fine. You are fine, Sister Adi. I want to you see, I want to play something for the whole world to see now, and it is a video of when Ade Thomas when Ade Thomas investigated something during his show, and I think it is this. Let me see. I'm going to scramble through this and then see which of them, for the whole world to see the fraud, the lies, and the deception that we are talking about here. I'm
still here to clear why my name was there.
Yeah, I thank you very much. It is better now. Okay, what I'm going to do, I'm going to play that. Okay. Because the line is getting... Okay. I'm going to do this, and I'm going to tap into the browser, and I'm going to play this very first clip. I'm not too sure whether it is in this one, but let me quickly, based on exactly what Sister Lola just said. Bear with me, guys. Okay, here we are. Okay, now that's it. Now, I'm tapping into there, and I am going to leave it. You'll be looking at myself and Sister Lola on one side, and you'll be looking at, yeah, let me do it this way. Now, I'm going to roll this tape. Okay? Now, listen to this. Bad. Go ahead, sir.
This is Bola Johnson from London.
Thank you, sir. No, it is not this one.
All right. My advice is this.
It is not this one that I want. Let me try this one. Let me try this one. Let me try this one. Yeah, let me try this. Oh, the person that didn't answer the phone. Let me call back again because I need to speak to this person. Okay, let me do it this way. Okay, that's that one. Let's go to... Okay, good afternoon. Yeah.
Mr. Heritage.
I must warn you, you are on a live chat with me.
Oh, I am?
Yeah.
Okay.
Could you hold on a minute, please? I'm going to try and call Pastor Kibioro back because he's trying to call me as well. 1 second. I'm gonna bring him in. I'm gonna bring Pastor into this one. Okay, is that Pastor Kibioro? Yes. Okay. Let me just try and add him to this call. Okay, I'm adding him to the call now, so that we can have a civil conversation about this. He says calling, and I didn't get in. So let's try again with another number. Alright. Okay, I'll find this number. Yeah. Okay, maybe he hasn't got internet way. Yeah, it's ringing now. It's ringing now. Just listen. Good afternoon, sir. You are on a live chat with me. I'm actually currently online, and I have Sister Buki on the line with you as well. Out of curiosity. I'm fine. That sounds like Buki. Yes. Okay. You are on a live broadcast with me. You are on a live broadcast with me. I'm very, very well. I was very, very busy. Yeah. Yes, we have to be busy. But we are going to be busy. We will be busy until we get our country out. Most definitely. But we are working hard for the Yoruba people. You know, we all want family. Yeah, we're all one family. And we must help our hands to get out of this space called Nigeria. You know, we have to walk in love, and we must hold our hands. Yeah. Okay. Can I stop you guys there, because there are some very demanding questions I want to ask you both. Out of curiosity, some people were telling me about this patent or trademark in Yoruba Nation. So I went to Intellectual Property Office. I'm online and I'm showing it, and you are online on a live broadcast with me. You understand? Yeah. So I went there to go and have a look at Yoruba Nation, and I typed the name Yoruba Nation. I have 4 applications made. 2 from Pastor Kibioro. I have 4 applications made. 2 from Pastor Kibioro and 2 from Sister Bukitaiwo. Pastor Kibioro, June 21 last year, you tried to trademark the name Yoruba Nation, and it was refused. Did you hear that? Yoruba Nation refused. A few weeks ago, Sister Bukitaiwo tried to trademark, has been trying to trademark the name Yoruba Nation now. It's under examination at the moment. You see? And I'm going to contest it. Could you two, first of all, Sister Bukitaiwo, why did you want to trademark the name Yoruba Nation now? Listen. Well, I mean, it's to the benefit of the Yoruba people. No, with your name on it, it's no benefit to anybody apart from yourself. No, that's not true. Okay. No. Tell me, how is it to the benefit of Yoruba people? Well, because for everything that's been done, is that I have made a move, is actually for the Yoruba people. Because eventually, you know, as we said, the movement, Yoruba Nation now, is for the Yoruba people. It is Yoruba. It's not based on any personality, and it's not based on any convener. It is Yoruba. That's what we said, and that is what we still maintain. If it's not for any convener, why will your name be shown on it? It's not for any convener. Well, I did that just to for the meantime, just to capture the name, so that nobody else is actually going to trademark the name Yoruba Nation now, in which eventually the Yoruba people are going to take it over anyway. So I just did it just for an immediate capture. And who did you discuss this with, sir, ma'am? Sorry? Who knows about this, that you're doing this? No, lots of people that know about it, yeah. For example? Majority of those that are working with Yoruba Nation now, and the Yoruba people, know that I have done this for them, and only to them. I mean, I don't have any benefits taking it. I'm here, I'm ask you one big question, right? Okay. There are so many things that anybody could do, and there are some few things that are reserved for stakeholders.
There are people that we are going to add. It's not just going to be my name, but for the meantime, just to capture it, I actually made that move, and I'm not regretting that I did that. No.
Okay. What I'm going to do, I'm going to contest this tomorrow.
I have to spend 10 times over, and if they ask me to go back and do it, I will do it for the Yoruba, and it's only for them that I did it for. No.
So many people bring that bullshit to me that they're doing something for Yoruba. At the end of snappy because the line is getting bad. Yes. Go ahead, sir. Now I'm going to pause. Thank you, I'm going to pause this. I'm going to pause that. In that interview conducted on Heritage TV, to which Ade Thomas was flabbergasted that someone, Bukky Taiwo, that you have not even seen her face, already patent Yoruba Nation now. That means Yoruba Nation now is split into two. And she's now claiming that she's the convener of Yoruba Nation now. I've got to play this clip again. I've got another clip.
If you can let me come in, sir.
Yeah, please come in. Yes.
I just watched, which Mr. Thomas said, and the explanation Sister Bukky gave. I will not blame Mr. Ade Thomas for being that furious, because we were. I'm telling you that we, 6 of us, are in the management team of Wahene, and we all agreed. When I said we all agreed, I will explain. Lola, Sister Ade, Mr. Lee. In fact, Mr. Lee was the ring, whatever about it, telling us that we have to register YNN. The rest of us backed in and said we should register. In fact, Mr. Lee suggested that YNN should be registered, and our names, he is in Nigeria, he cannot be there, but we here, our name should be put there. Or are we running to get it registered? I will remember vividly that it was, I told you we were 7, myself, Sister Ade, Mr. Liu, Mr. Dekule, Mr. Emola, and Sister Bukky, plus the chairman, now the president, that we made him. He was the only one against us. We wanted that name registered, but
who was the only one that was against you getting it registered?
The president, Mr. Tajuddin Rahim, was the only one telling us that we should just calm down. It is not possible for that name to be registered because it belongs to Yoruba people. He was the only one amidst us saying this name cannot be registered. It's a movement. It's for the nation.
Now Bukky Taiwo is now claiming she's the convener. And that she's keeping it for Yoruba people.
All of us was that amidst us that we are saying, let's go and register, and the chairman came to our level to tell us that no, it belongs to Yoruba people. We cannot register it. For what that one of us to sneak and go and register it against her name. I once told her that she was a traitor. She remains one, and this proves it that she is a traitor, nothing but a traitor. Because everything we agreed on, that okay, we are not registering in again, haven't had what the chairman explained, that is for Yoruba people. We cannot register Yoruba people onto our own name. But for her to go and do it by herself, oh wow, it shows she doesn't even respect what she's fighting for, as far as I am concerned. And this was all I was telling Mr. Victor Taiwo. How
So
does
now,
Comrade Victor Taiwo got to know about this issue? It was out of love that the president, Mr. Tajuddin Rahim, asked for the movement and what was going on. And because he respected Comrade Victor Taiwo, that he went to him to explain to him. I read in that note again where Victor Taiwo said some people are coming to discuss and he's hearing about his name. If you are hearing about anything from anybody, I can categorically tell you that whenever we are in the meeting, when we are looking for who we have to bring in to listen, it is Buki Taiwo that always says she bears your name, you will listen to her the more. She's a fake. She's the one reading you to us. She came with a fake eye to you. But for her, with what Mr. Heritage was saying, interviewing her, and she said, who are those that you agreed together? He said those. And all this contribution you are giving into it, sir, Comrade Taiwo, shows you are part of how Sister Buki went to register, which is not fair. This President Tajuddin came to you with one heart to tell you that this was what Sister Buki has done. You called us that we should. Am I still with you? Hello? Can you hear me, please? Can you hear me? Can anyone hear me, please?